start. We are living in the shadow of the COVID-19 pandemic, dash anxious about our families, our friends, and ourselves, depressed by worldwide suffering and anxiety, upset by knowing that once more the poor and marginalized are worse affected. Stop. Could the rules and practices organizing healthcare around the world have been better suited to this outbreak? Question mark. Consider the Health Impact Fund as a plausible institutional reform of the current regime for developing and marketing new pharmaceuticals. Stop para. Medicines are among humanity's greatest achievements. Stop. They have helped attain dramatic improvements in health and longevity as well as huge cost savings through reduced sick days and hospitalizations. Stop. The global market for pharmaceuticals is currently worth rupees 110 crore annually, 1.7% of the gross world product within bracket IPFPA 2017,5 bracket close. Stop. Roughly 55% of this global pharmaceutical spending, rupees 60 lakh crore, is for brand name products which are typically under patent. Stop. Para. Commercial pharmaceutical research and development within bracket R&D efforts are encouraged and rewarded through the earnings that innovators derive from sales of their branded products. Stop. These earnings largely depend on the 20-year product patents they are entitled to obtain in WTO member states. Stop. Such patents give them a temporary monopoly, enabling them to sell their new products without competition at a price far above manufacture and distribution costs, while still maintaining a substantial sales volume. Stop. In the United States, thousandfold within bracket 1 lakh% bracket close markups over production costs are not atypical. Stop. In India, the profit maximizing monopoly price of a new medicine is much lower but similarly unaffordable for most citizens. Stop. To be sure, before such huge markups can yield any profits, commercial pharmaceutical innovators must first cover their large R&D costs, currently rupees 14 lakh crore a year within bracket Mikulik 2020 bracket close, including the cost of clinical trials needed to demonstrate safety and efficacy, the cost of capital tied up during the long development process, and the cost of any research efforts that fail somewhere along the way. Stop para. While we should evidently continue funding pharmaceutical R&D, it is worth asking whether our current way of doing so is optimal. Stop. There are three main concerns. Stop. First, innovators motivated by the prospect of large markups tend to neglect diseases suffered mainly by poor people who cannot afford expensive medicines. Stop. The 20 WHO listed neglected tropical diseases together afflict over 1 billion people within bracket WHO end stop D stop bracket close but attract only 0.35% of the pharmaceutical industry's R&D within bracket IFPMA 2017-15 and 21 bracket close stop. Merely 0.12% of this R&D spending is devoted to tuberculosis and malaria, which kill 1.7 million people each year. Stop para. Second, thanks to a large of affluent or well-insured patients, the profit maximizing price of a new medicine tends to be quite high. Stop. Consequently, most people around the world cannot afford advanced medicines that are still under patent. Stop. This is especially vexing because manufacturing costs are generally quite low. Stop. Every year, millions suffer and die from lack of access to medicines that can be mass produced quite cheaply. Stop para. Third, rewards for developing and then providing pharmaceutical products are poorly correlated with therapeutic value. Stop. Firms earn billions by developing duplicative drugs that add little to our pharmaceutical toolbox dash and billions more by cleverly marketing their drugs for patients who won't benefit. Stop. These large R&D investments would be much better spent on developing new life-saving treatments for deadly diseases plaguing the world's poor. Stop para. To address these problems, we propose a complement to the present regime, the Health Impact Fund as an alternative track on which pharmaceutical innovators may choose to be rewarded. Stop. Any new medicine registered with the Health Impact Fund would have to be sold at or below the variable cost of manufacture and distribution, but would earn 10 annual reward payments based on the health gains achieved with it. Stop para. The Health Impact Fund could start with as little as rupees 20,000 crore per annum and might then attract some 10 to 12 medicines, with one entering and one exiting in a typical year. Stop. Registered products would then earn some rupees 17,000 to rupees 20,000 crore on average during their first 10 years. Stop. Of course, some would earn more than others by having greater therapeutic value or by benefiting more people. Stop para. Long-term funding for the Health Impact Fund might come from willing governments contributing in proportion to their gross national incomes or from an international tax, perhaps on greenhouse gas emissions or speculative financial transactions. Stop. Non-contributing affluent countries would forego the benefits, the pricing constraint on registered products would not apply to them. Stop. This gives innovators more reason to register within bracket. They can still sell their product at high prices in some affluent countries bracket close and affluent countries reason to join. Stop.